So the Jamaica Association of Public Health Inspectors have made a note of the increase in food vending. Now more than ever, it's important to be mindful when purchasing meals. So we've invited a couple of folks from the association. We have the immediate past president, Karen Brown, and the president and public health inspector, Mr. Michael Miles, to talk to us about the requirements and things to look out for. Good morning to you both. Welcome to Smile Jamaica. It's morning time. Hello.
Good morning, Neville and Simone.
Hi, morning.
Hey, Michael. Karen, can you hear us?
Good morning and thank you.
Yeah, man. Great to have you both with us. When I was reading this, it said many persons are operating from home because of what's going on. So what is the issue here? Are people just getting up and doing things willy-nilly without getting the proper certification and stuff? Let me start with you, Karen, as the immediate past president. Is that what we're talking about here?
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, the association observed a matter related to food safety and found it as a concern. The public health inspectors across the island who are monitoring these facilities have found the increases in unregulated food vending to be a concern, which they really do have to be monitoring. Now, we are aware, and we would be aware that consuming food from unregulated facilities can present a food safety risk if they are not not under the radar to be monitored by the public health inspectors. And I know Mr. Mile will share my view related to the number of public health inspectors across the island who would be available to monitor these facilities to help to minimize these risks. And of course, there are some basic requirements that persons must meet. First of all, if an individual intends to operate any food handling establishment, whether it be from their home or otherwise, they need to first apply to the public health department for the requisite license and certification. First, they must obtain a food handler's permit for which they would have been trained by the public health department and the public health inspectors. They would also need to apply for the license for that particular food establishment, in which they would have to meet certain requirements as outlined by the public health department. They would be required to ensure that they have proper hand washing facilities to minimize certain risk, particularly in these times when there is a pandemic and beyond. There is also the need for adequate facilities to maintain proper cleaning and sanitization of the utensils and the general food contact surfaces that are being utilized in the preparation of the foods.
Okay.
And not, yes.
Okay.
I want to ask Michael. Michael, what have you all been seeing in terms of the numbers popping up? And is this as a direct result of what's been going on with COVID and folks just trying to use what they have, where they are, to make some money?
Yes, that's what we have observed. The pandemic have caused strain, I think, on the pockets of Jamaican people, and they're just trying to make ends meet. However, it has to be done under a regulated form. So yes, we have the increase in the number of persons preparing food from home and also in terms of street vending. And so the challenge to us is to constantly monitor these facilities who today you probably see 5 or you probably note 2 or 3. Within a week or so, you probably have 10. So persons just decide that, hey, food business is the best business. But we have concerns, and we want the public to understand that there are many concerns here, whether it be microbial or environmental contamination of food that will cause disease and even death.
And you've seen this, Michael?
Well, when it comes to foodborne illnesses, we have instances, but they're minimum. Why? Because when persons get a bowel movement after eating a meal, they don't consider it serious. Go to the doctor or they try and seek attention at home, or they try and seek remedy over the counter.
Sir
So what
Michael,
we're thinking,
I'm sorry to
yes,
jump in, but I was reading that you do not have enough public health inspectors. Is that so?
yes.
So
What
how,
we have, we're
yeah?
operating at a cadre from the 70s where we have 400, approximately 400 officers, 400 officers at post presently.
How many you need?
No,
How many you need?
with, with the increased population and the development that has taken place, we look at about 900 officers now. That organization structure proposal is before the current government at this time. And Honorable Dr. Christopher Tufton has promised the additional 500 at the onset of the COVID. We haven't had that numbers implemented as yet. However, we continue to advocate and lobby for this to be implemented, because we are seeing officers being burnt out right now with the increasing workload of monitoring or the increase in the number of monitoring of facilities across the countries when it comes to COVID, BPOs, the sanitizing of all establishments. Where you go to an establishment now, you realize we have sanitization stations. We have to monitor all of these facilities to ensure that we do not have mixing of chemical that can cause harm. So yes, we do need the increased cadre to be implemented forthwith. Yes, we were in an outbreak, so we had to buckle and come together as a team to work with what we have. But now that we are in a place that we say we need this to be implemented now, because these are lessons that we have learned that, listen, we are short-staffed and we need the cadre to meet the needs that is out there. Right. Presently, we have persons who have graduated from the last year batch from the University of Technology. That's where public health inspectors are trained, and 80% of those persons are not employed as yet.
All right, we
And
have
so
we have to go. I have another question, but I need a quick answer. How do I, the consumer, know that the person is registered, certified, and what happens if you find out that the person is not certified? Quick answer, please.
So,
No, it is the individual consumers, that we implore consumers to always look out for the pink form that signifies that the establishment is licensed. That's the requirement by law that lasts for 1 year. Individuals also must have their food handler's permit. They can ask to be presented, and ensure that these facilities have, whether it be at the roadside, have hand washing facilities, sanitary facilities that you can use, because we are looking at infection, microbial disease coming from E. coli, which is fecal oriented. So hand washing is very important.
What do you do if the person is not certified? What do you do if the person is not certified?
If persons are not certified, yes, we operate under the Public Health Act. So there are legal actions that can be taken. We have up to a maximum of $1 million on summary conviction or 12 months imprisonment.
All right, we have to go, my friend. Sorry about that, but we're out of time. Thanks to you both for speaking with us this morning. From the Jamaica Association of Public Health Inspectors, President Michael Miles, and immediate past President Karen Brown.
All right, on the other side of the break, we meet the youngest professor at Howard Community College.